Now, 27 Sports with Veronica Rohrmoser.
Well, Frank Kaminsky may lead the team in scoring, assists, rebounds, blocks, and field goal percentage. He may be the front runner for National Player of the Year and a finalist for the Senior Class Award. But when we talk about what makes fifth-ranked Wisconsin so good, we have to talk about the real star of the team, Bo Ryan. The head coach being named a finalist for the Naismith Hall of Fame today, and rightfully so. Ryan has coached to more than 700 wins, 17 championships, including 4 Division III national titles at UW-Platteville, countless conference and National Coach of the Year accolades, and the most conference wins in Wisconsin history and counting. Wisconsin has won 7 straight in the Big Ten for the second year in a row, matching the school's longest conference streak in almost 70 years. But tomorrow, Illinois comes to the Kohl Center riding a 4-game winning streak. And with their leading scorer and rebounder back on the court, senior guard Rayvonte Rice returned Thursday from a 9-game suspension.
They're a different team when he's out there, but overall we kind of have a good feel for them. They're going to come here, feeling really confident, playing really hard, so it's going to be a great test.
A lot of it has to do with confidence. They're a pretty confident team right now, but we're going to have to do whatever we can to try to, hit or knock them off their streak.
Playing a hot team, they're very confident coming in. They think they're going to win, and those are the games you want to play. 2 good teams going at it, so they're going to come in guns blazing.
In Big Ten action today, the Michigan State faithful hoping for some love from their own Valentine, Denzel Valentine, and he would cap off a 10-2 run to put the Spartans ahead of number 25 Ohio State. The Buckeyes not going away. D'Angelo Russell with the steal and the finish by Sam Thompson. Tied up with under 10 seconds to play on February 14th. You gotta go to the guy named Valentine, right? Happy Valentine's Day to the Spartans, knocking off Ohio State 59-56. And 19th-ranked Maryland narrowly edges Penn State 76-73. And the Badger men's hockey team finally nabbed its 3rd win of the year. On the road at Ohio State today, Wisconsin takes down the Buckeyes 3-2 for their first win of the Big Ten season. Well, the NBA All-Star Weekend continues. Giannis Antetokounmpo trying to show everyone why they call him the Greek Freak. An entrance true to his name at the NBA Slam Dunk Contest, but the Bucks forward couldn't make the first dunk. Second dunk, he got his little brother involved. Not bad, but got a little selfie time at the end, but it'd be Zach LaVine taking home the Slam Dunk trophy. Oh my. Bucks Brandon Knight competing in the skills challenge, but he would fall short in the end to Patrick Beverly. So Giannis doing big things at just 20 years of age, but kids even younger than him are competing in Madison this weekend in the American Bouldering Championships. John Griffith has more from the Monona Terrace. NASCAR is officially back, the 2015 preseason kicking off today with the Sprint Unlimited race in Daytona. And wouldn't you know it, Matt Kenseth finds himself in victory lane. It's Kenseth's first Unlimited win, and while it doesn't count for any points, that's the way to start the year. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Now, 27 Sports with Veronica Rohrmoser.
Well, even though the Packers aren't playing in the Super Bowl, Wisconsin will be well represented. 6 former Badgers will be there, including Seahawks Russell Wilson, who will try to defend Seattle's national championship. UW is the most represented school at the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the offseason officially here for the Packers after their overtime loss to the Seahawks yesterday. A range of emotions during the locker cleanout today. Some somber, still stunned at how that game played out. Others just angry. To be so close, that's perhaps what hurts the most.
Anytime you feel like you should have won, it's tough to get over. And when it's the last one, it's very tough to get over. I feel like it's a waste of 7, 8 months. What's the point of getting this far, I'd have rather not even made the playoffs.
It's an emotional roller coaster. I didn't really get much sleep last night. It felt like a nightmare whenever I did fall asleep and wake up in the middle of the night and to think that, things ended the way they did. And for us to, be done with the season, it's kind of blindsided.
The Bucks are hoping Kenyon Martin can continue to help keep the team afloat, signing the center to another 10-day contract today. 3 of Milwaukee's key players are out with injury. Adding insult to injury, Larry Sanders, who hasn't played in 11 games, was suspended without pay for 10 more games for violating the league's anti-drug policy. Tonight, Milwaukee hosting Toronto, and the Bucks out to an early lead. Brandon Knight drains the three. Knight with 20 on the night. But their lack of depth, obviously a problem. Terrence Roth throwing down the reverse dunk. Bucks effort a late surge, but rebounding a huge issue. Raptors with 20 offensive boards. Bucks fall 92-89. The Wisconsin men's basketball team is back up to number 6 in the Associated Press poll released today. And when 25th ranked Iowa comes to town tomorrow, it'll be the Badgers' first top 25 conference matchup this season. After knocking off Ohio State Saturday, the Hawkeyes are 13-5 on the season and 4-1 in the Big Ten. Like the Badgers, Iowa returns most of last year's team, so the Hawkeyes' recent success comes at no surprise.
When you talk about names that are back, probably with Trey not being available, I think if you take the minutes that they had back, and people thought we had a lot back coming into the year, I think Iowa's got quite a bit, too, to take if you look at returning minutes.
Brewers pitcher Yovani Gallardo is headed to Texas. Milwaukee announced a trade today, acquiring right-handers Corey Knebel, Marcos Diplan, and infielder Luis Sardinas.
See that coming, boy. Gallardo was supposed to be a lifer.
I know, they had just extended his contract, a big payday for him, and traded him off. So
wow. Well, you'd think other changes might be on the way then, huh?
Could be. Well, they're going to have to do something after that collapse at the end of the season.
Good point.
All right. Veronica, thanks.
Now, 27 Sports with Veronica Rohrmoser.
There isn't a team in the Big Ten that takes care of the basketball better than Wisconsin. And no Big Ten team is better at taking the ball away than Minnesota. The 5th-ranked Badgers lead the nation in fewest turnovers per game at 7.4 and are riding a 9-game winning streak. But this was a close one early. Gophers playing great D. Maurice Walker forcing the turnover. And on the other end, Carlos Morris puts up the floater to make it a 1-point game. But Captain America to the rescue. Josh Gosser fighting inside, gets it to go. With that bucket, Gosser becomes just the 2nd player in Wisconsin history to have 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, and 250 assists in a career. Second half, Wisconsin starting to pull away. Nigel Hayes banging around in the post, dishes to a wide-open Bronson Koenig for 3. The sophomore with a career-high 17 points today. Frank Kaminsky added 21 of his own. Nice spin move down low. He was 9 of 13 with 3 blocks as the Badgers win their 10th straight, topping Minnesota 63-53. Wisconsin now 25-2 for their best start in school history. Well, Melvin Gordon is the nation's top collegiate running back as this year's winner of the Doak Walker Award, but now it's time to prove he can play at the next level. The NFL Scouting Combine continues. Running backs, quarterbacks, and wide receivers on display today. And Gordon did his part to become the first back selected in the first round of the draft since 2012. At 6'1", 215, Gordon did 19 reps on the bench press at 225 pounds and unofficially clocked a 4.52 40, good for 5th among backs. Another group of guys is also hoping to show off their speed this weekend in the pool. The Boys State Swimming Championships being held at the UW Natatorium. Division I today, Madison West's Aiden Mira wins the state title in the 100 free with a time of 46.48 seconds. Madison Memorial has won 4 straight titles, including 3 straight wins in the 200 free relay. And today the Spartans get their 4th consecutive relay win, but miss the state record by 0.13 of a second. Memorial's Ben Gebhardt and Justin Timprano defended their state titles in the 100 fly and 100 back, respectively, as the Spartans win their 5th straight state championship with 350.5 points. That's the 2nd most in meet history.
I mean, it never gets old. Winning the state championship's nothing to take for granted. It's awesome.
The guys swam great today. I'm really proud of how we raced, and it just, it doesn't get old. It's so much fun for these seniors to go out this way, and we had, 4 or 5 seniors just had fantastic meets today, and it was really, really a special day.
That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
More excitement.